Yo, check out what Akon got to say about letting go of the past.
You know, there were a lot of very foul people involved in the
Right.
slave trade. There was, of course, Europeans, you know,
Right.
Jews and whites were involved, but,
Right.
you know, Africans were involved in it
Right.
as well. They were
Absolutely.
selling off their enemies,
Right.
you know, the enemy tribes and making their money and so forth. Like,
Right.
how was slavery really looked at out there?
Well, in Senegal, we've kind of overcome the thought of slavery. We don't even think about it.
I mean,
I think it's also the art of just letting the past go
Yeah.
and moving towards the future. And I think in the U.S., they have this stigma of just not letting go of the past and blaming the past on every mishap or, you know, disappointment. And I think as long as you hold on to that past, it's just a lot of weight that you carry with you everywhere you go. And it's hard to move forward and move fast when you got to, you know, weight on your back.
Right.
You just got to let it go.
And the truth is, folks ain't gonna want to hear it, but he talking that true. He's speaking for real, bruh. You have to let go if you want to go further. It's figurative and it's literal. If you traveling a long way, people will, and you're walking, people will tell you, hey, pack light. Because why? Because your legs will begin to become weary. You're going to be tired anyway because you're walking a long distance. But more luggage makes you all the more tired. But here in America, we have this thing to where we don't want to forget. And honestly, we can't. But we don't want to forget. So thus we don't move forward. We don't take advantages of the opportunities because we don't take advantage of the opportunities that's afforded here because we can't see them because we're still stuck in the past. Instead of looking forward, we're still turned around and looking backward and looking at the atrocities. Like nobody is saying that it wasn't horrific. Nobody is saying that it wasn't terrible. But to act like those things still happen today, like all of that still happens today, you lying to yourself and you just want and now you just want to live in hate. We've come a long way in this country. We've come a very long way in this country. Are things perfect? Nah. And things won't be perfect until Jesus comes back. But the truth is, while the time affords itself, we should definitely take advantage of the opportunities that are here. Not that has been given to us. It's not given. We have to understand that opportunities aren't given to us by any man. Opportunities are given to us by God. Point blank, plain and simple. If we just look at it as, oh, well, the opportunities that the white man is giving to us, again, we're going to put him on a pedestal and put him in a position of God. It's not the white man is God, or it's not the white man is supreme. God is supreme, and God afforded us these opportunities. And another thing, and I'll be getting off here. Another thing, though, what people oftentimes fail to realize is that they look at things and say that it's hard to succeed because of the upbringings or the circumstances of their environments or situations or whatever the case may be. When there were literally slaves who were let off the plantations and they became business owners. They literally would come from nothing. So that lets me know that it's not about surroundings. It's not about where we came from, our environments, but it's about our minds. Are we still slaves? Are we still slaves here? This is the most untapped resource of all time. And it's given to us by the untappable resource, which is God. But man, if we don't take advantage of it, again, we won't see it. And And a lot of times we can't take advantage, we won't take advantage of it because we too busy stuck in the past. But man, let me know y'all comments. I know I'm gonna get flack. I already know that. Man, you sound like a bootlicker, a coon, you sound like an Uncle Tom. Nah, bro. I'm for freedom. See the shirt? Y'all see the shirt? Go cop that. Liberate it. Cause that's what we that's what we is. That's what we are, bro. We're liberated. And we push that. I'm not about perpetuating victim mentality. I'm not about perpetuating slave mindsets. I don't want to see a person trapped in that stinking thinking. Like, I let people know, bro, you were created in the image of God. You were created to represent God. You were created to walk in his likeness. He created you rare. You're rare. You're unique. When something is rare, that means it has a high price to it. No man, no woman has your same DNA, your same fingerprint, your same genetic makeup, blueprint at all whatsoever. You're the only you. That means that you have a specific plan and purpose. God has created you for a specific plan and purpose that only you can do. And he wants to do through you. But we have to see that it's not by the system of this world, because the system of this world they do have divisions. They do have things where it's not set up equally. But in God, we all are created in his image, which means that we all have the same dignity, worth, and value. It's not about color. It's not about money. It's not about status. It's not what family you were born into. If we're talking about color again, it's in the image of God. If we're talking about status, again, we're talking about the supreme creator and ruler who we're all made and created in the image of. If we're talking about wealth, it tells us that he's the creator of all. So he owns everything. So look into where you really come from. Not who you were birthed through, but who you really come from.
Swear to the truth, nothing but the truth. Put my hands on the Bible, y'all point me to the booth. Swear to the